Hi, I'm Mindy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my wrap-up of everything I read for New Worlds November during the first week, which was Aliens Week. And I managed to read 7 things in the first week of November, and they were all really good. So let me tell you about them. The first stories that I finished were from this collection, Bloodchild by Octavia E. Butler. I read 2 stories from this, Bloodchild and Amnesty. And I knew I was probably going to like Octavia E. Butler's take on aliens because I am reading her Xenogenesis series and I love that. And it's all about the strange relationship, codependency relationship going on between them. And these stories had something similar. They both had to do with relationships between humans and aliens, with really bizarre, interesting, unique aliens in each of these. I read these as a buddy read with Scott from the Bookish Bryants, and his channel, as well as all the other hosts, will be linked down below. So please check them out. So, Bloodchild, a bit of a coming of age story of this young man who is destined to help an alien that is living with their family to help pretty much birth her offspring. And the aliens are kind of like parasites. Before he can do this, he sees something terrible, and it kind of changes and scares him, changes how he looks at the relationship between people and aliens. And it was just a really fascinating story. That story was originally published in 1984, and I gave it 5 stars. It was amazing. And then we also read Amnesty, which is another alien story, obviously. Was originally published in 2003, and this one was really like a lot sadder, a lot scarier. And it's about aliens that have pretty much taken over Earth, and it's told from the perspective of someone that has been taken by the aliens and has been with the aliens for quite some time, and she has to talk to another group of humans that they are trying to recruit to work for them. And she has to explain her story to them, and my gosh, what a story it is. This is another one I definitely say you must check out. It's so good. I gave that one 5 stars as well. Next, I finished a graphic novel or comic volume. This is The Woods Volume 1, The Arrow. And it's about a high school full of students and teachers are transported mysteriously to another planet that is, or moon, a moon that is going around a gas giant. And it is not in our solar system. And there is really very bright, colorful art in this. Really awesome aliens all throughout. And there's a small group, about 5 of the teenagers, that go out into the woods following kind of this beacon thing, this arrow that's kind of pointing into the woods. And while everyone else is like, we don't know what to do, and trying to figure out what to do in the school, they just decide to take matters into their own hands and go off into the woods. And it's very dangerous woods, let me tell you. After that, I finished The Gods of Mars, which is the second book in the John Carter of Mars series. And from inside this book, I know that the first 5 books of the series were published in book form originally from 1917 to 1922. I'm guessing the second book might have been around 1918. Let me know if you know for sure. But John Carter is a man that was mysteriously transported to Mars, and he has special powers like strength and such because of the difference in gravity on Mars. And he encounters a lot of different kinds of aliens. He befriends some, he fights some, he rescues some. Many, many adventures. And this one was just as fun. And this one involved, as the title suggests, the gods of Mars, specifically the goddess Isis and his run-ins with her. And I won't say more than that. Definitely worth checking out. I'll also say there was some Colosseum fighting at one point, which was pretty awesome. So this is obviously not realistic science fiction. It's fantasy science fiction. But definitely a fun read. I also read Binti Home, which is the second book in the Binti series. And this one, after being at school for a while, Binti is dealing with post-traumatic stress and the repercussions of what happened to her on the ship over there when the ship to the school was attacked by an alien species. But after being at the school for a while, and she decides she needs to go home, and she's not going alone. She's taking an alien with her, and her family, who never leave their village. No one ever leaves their village, and now she's coming with an alien to the village, and it's about what ensues. And it is, again, a really, really fantastic story. Man, I love Binti. She's like a mathematician. She meditates and calms herself down by thinking of numbers and equations. Isn't that fantastic? She's also a harmonizer, so she can calm people down and bring people to see her side, basically. If you have not read the Binti series, I definitely recommend it. That was another standout. Oh, and Binti Home was originally published in 2017, which makes it the newest story that I read during the week. And then lastly, I'll talk about the oldest story that I read last week, which was by H.G. Wells, which was published in 1897. And I loved this story as well. And this was another 5-star read. And I will tell you, what I liked the most about this story, it was so interesting, the juxtaposition between the crazy advanced technology that the aliens had versus this 1897 modern, at the time, world where most people had horses they were riding around the city, or horse-drawn carriages, or dog-drawn carts, and there were only a few motor cars. There was a train and like ships in the story, but for the most part they were lacking a lot of technology. And then he came up with this story with aliens with these amazing ships that walk with long tentacle arms that walk around like animals, and just weapons that can destroy anything within its light. It's like a heat ray. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the movies and see. I don't know how. I think there's an older movie. I've not seen that one. I don't know how they would do the special effects. Maybe like models or something. Anyway, I want to see how they did the second half of this book, or if anyone has taken that on. I remember seeing the newer one with Tom Cruise, and I don't remember anything like the second half of this book. Like, I think it would be pretty hard to put on film, but now I want to check and see. I'm not going to tell you what the second half is because spoilers, but you should probably check it out. This story is awesome and action-packed, full of exciting alien invasion goodness, according to me. Those are all the 7 things I read in the first week of New Worlds November. I don't think I've mentioned it in the last couple videos, but I have the Discord channel and the Goodreads channel linked down below for New Worlds November if you want to discuss what you're reading with us. That has been a lot of fun. I hope you're enjoying your sci-fi reading if you are participating, and I'd love to know what you're reading and what you read the first week. And I will be back very soon with another book-related video. Thanks.